Ontology, mapping the invisible. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine the world around you, the trees swaying beyond your window, the weight of your phone resting in your hand, the familiar sound of your own heartbeat. These things feel real, tangible, undeniable, but what about time? What about numbers, or the fragile thread of love that binds two people across lifetimes? Are they as real as the objects you can touch? Or do they exist in some deeper, hidden dimension, invisible, yet profoundly powerful? This is the quiet territory of ontology, the branch of philosophy that asks a simple, devastating question. What is real? Ontology lives at the heart of metaphysics, but instead of explaining how the universe works, it dares to ask what kinds of things exist at all. It doesn't merely investigate what matter is made of, atoms, particles, strings. It wants to know whether abstract concepts like beauty, justice, or dreams belong to reality just as much as stars and stones. One of ontology's central puzzles lies in the distinction between particulars and universals. Particulars are the singular, the specific, like your cat curled asleep on your bed. Universals are shared qualities, redness, softness, strength, floating above particulars like invisible patterns. But are these universals real on their own? Or are they simply labels, clever tricks of language that help us navigate a chaotic world? When we speak of hope or freedom, are we reaching towards something that exists beyond words, or simply conjuring shared illusions? Ontologists have wrestled with these mysteries for millennia, and yet the answers remain elusive, shifting like reflections across still water. Ontology also pulls us into deeper riddles, puzzles of identity and change. Imagine a ship ancient and weathered by time. Piece by piece, every plank, every nail, every sail is replaced, until nothing original remains. Is it still the same ship? Or has it become something else entirely, a ghost wearing a familiar face? This is not just a clever thought experiment. It's a mirror held up to ourselves. If every cell in your body has changed since you were a child, if every memory has shifted subtly in the background of your mind, are you still you? In modern times, ontology has quietly crossed into realms we once thought belonged only to science fiction. In the rising worlds of computer science and artificial intelligence, ontologies have become structured frameworks, maps of knowledge used by machines to understand the human world. A robot navigating a hospital uses an ontology to differentiate a patient from a doctor, a bed from a wall, pain from safety. Through carefully coded relations, artificial minds are learning to categorize reality, piece by piece, echoing our ancient attempts to make sense of existence. But what happens when these frameworks surpass human complexity? When machines begin building their own ontologies, their own versions of reality? Will they still see the world as we do, divided neatly into objects and ideas? Or will they glimpse dimensions beyond human imagination? Will new forms of being arise, realities layered invisibly over our own, like ghost cities built upon forgotten ruins? Ontology whispers to us that reality may not be what it seems. It reminds us that the world we move through, the one we call real, is already filtered through fragile categories, mental constructs, and ancient instincts. Every time we see a chair, a bird, a sunset, we are categorizing, mapping, simplifying a universe far stranger and more complex than we can ever truly grasp. Perhaps there are layers of existence folded just beyond our perception, vast ontologies of beings and phenomena that we lack the senses to detect. worlds where universals are as solid as mountains, and time itself is a tangible material, flowing and pooling according to secret geometries. Or perhaps in the far future, humanity will unlock technologies that allow us to edit reality's categories themselves, to reshape the definitions of matter, mind, and existence, to dream new universes into being. A future where real and imagined blur, collapse, and rebuild in infinite new forms. But for now, ontology remains a quiet companion to our lives, hidden beneath the noise. A silent question beating within every act of seeing, naming, and remembering. It invites us not just to accept the world as given, but to wonder, to doubt, to marvel. What is real? What is imagined? Where do we draw the line, and who decides? As you drift into sleep tonight, let this question echo softly in your mind, not as a riddle to be solved, but as a doorway to endless worlds. Worlds seen and unseen. Worlds waiting patiently behind the fabric of what we call reality. Welcome to the quiet, infinite horizon of existence. Welcome to Ontology,